thepascal. Now, I don't know if you guys remember Shanquella Robinson, but Shanquella Robinson was a young woman that went out to Cabo San Lucas with a bunch of her friends. She was a very successful woman, very successful in her own right. She had a couple businesses. She was about to open up a new one when she came back from this trip. But of course, unfortunately, she did not make it to this trip, or she didn't make it back from this trip. I'm sorry. So she went out there. She paid for a bunch of things for her friends. Let's put friends in quotations. They were out there celebrating a birthday. She paid for a lot of things on her own dime, and especially the villa in which that they were staying in. It was a really nice, beautiful, kind of condo-esque type of place that they were staying at in Cabo San Lucas. She went out there with 6 other people that now have been donned the name the Cabo Six. 2 years ago today, she lost her life because the Cabo Six say she lost her life due to alcohol poisoning because she had too much in her system. And allegedly, there was a lot of drinking going on between all the 7 of them. But that's not really how she left this planet. Now, the Cabo Six, after they said she passed away due to alcohol poisoning, they snuck out the back of this condo or this villa, packed up their stuff, snuck out, and flew back to the States. And they've been in the States still to this day for the last 2 years, hiding in plain sight. Now, I don't know what they've been up to lately, nor do I care. I will only care when there's justice served for Shanquella's demise. But we do know that there was a moment where some of the girls got curb stomped, real talk, outside of a tequila bar in North Carolina. Now, again, there's a lot of things that just have not been fully fleshed out. And there's been a lot of holes that have not been filled within this particular case. What's wild about this one, again, is the fact that these 6 packed up their things, lied to the parents, saying that she passed away due to alcohol poisoning. And instead of staying there and making sure that her remains went back or just to be there because they were her friends, they pack up their things and they run away. But as time went on, a video surfaced and was leaked. It went viral. Everybody and their mama saw this. This was huge, where they show Shanquella in her birthday suit getting pummeled by another woman in the condo. Somebody's filming it, and there's a bunch of people just standing there watching this whole thing go down. Now, later on, they find out that she had a broken neck and a spinal cord injury, if I'm correct. Pretty insane stuff. Pretty insane stuff, to say the least. And yet they still were saying, no, it's alcohol poisoning. That's what happened, when that actually did not happen. FBI dropped the case, saying that there's nothing that they can do about Shanquella Robinson's case. 1, because it's in Mexico, and 2, they say that there's not enough evidence, not enough information for them to do a thorough investigation into the demise of this young woman. Yet you still have a smoking gun evidence piece of video where this woman is being attacked viciously. She's being thrown around like a rag doll. And that doesn't merit any type of investigation into her demise? It doesn't make any sense. Let's not forget the fact that the Cabo Six actually packed up their stuff and kicked rocks, flew back home, hiding, guys, from the public and the family that were desperately trying to get answers to this young woman's demise. Something happened in Cabo San Lucas between Shanquella Robinson and one or all of the Cabo Six. Something wrong happened. And the only people that have the answers to exactly what happened to this young woman are those people in the Cabo Six. And yet still, nothing has been done. No justice has been served thus far. But then today, something happened, which I was very happy to see. And damn right, it's about doggone time. Finally, some movement. The family of Shanquella Robinson is suing the Cabo Six. Oh, in fact, they're also throwing in the feds as well. What? Yeah. Them feds are getting thrown in as well into this lawsuit on the 2-year anniversary of the death of Shanquella Robinson. Oh, and the other thing is they name all the Cabo Six in these legal documents, allegedly. The legal documents haven't been put out here yet. They have not been released to the public yet. But apparently, this reporter had their hands on this information. And I'm telling you right now, if they're not going to get them as far as justice, like judicial justice, they will get them financially, for sure. But you can miss me with the nonsense saying that there isn't enough evidence, that there isn't enough information for the feds to do a thorough investigation. Now, we talked about that years ago. And this family is still grieving. They still haven't gotten closure because they still don't fully know what exactly happened to their daughter. Pretty wild. But let me share this, guys. Let's take a look at this article. I also have a video here too. But the family of Shanquella Robinson. Hold on, let me make sure this is muted. Okay. The family of Shanquella Robinson, a Charlotte woman who passed after being attacked. Then see that this is the thing. We all still believe that she was attacked on a 2022 vacation in Mexico, has filed a lawsuit against those vacationing with Robinson and the federal government, according to the law firm representing the family. The lawsuit comes on the second anniversary of this young woman's demise. So Salamandra Robinson said this, and Salamandra is Shanquella's mother. She says, "We need justice for Shanquella Robinson. It's been 2 years and there's no reason that no one has been arrested yet. I need justice for my child." Let me also remind you, there is Dejanay. I know some of you guys know about Dejanay. Some of y'all don't know about Dejanay. Dejanay is the one that was caught on video attacking Shanquella, throwing her around like a rag doll. It was Dejanay Jackson who put her paws on Shanquella. And then, of course, when we get later on in this article, they say what these injuries were that could have been the reason why Shanquella lost her life. But what's interesting is Mexico has said that Dejanay is wanted for the unaliving of Shanquella. A femicide, if I'm correct. That's what they named it. That she's wanted for that. Dejanay. Yet she still has not been extradited to Mexico so that she can face the music and face the repercussions of her actions. That is also strange as well. Let's continue on. Attorney Sue Ann Robinson, by the way, no relation to the Robinson family, said the lawsuit was being filed in the Superior Court of Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, on behalf of Robinson's mother, Salamandra Robinson. The lawsuit was not readily available in Mecklenburg County court records, but a copy was shared with WCNC Charlotte by the family's attorney. As we stand here today, we must confront the reality that those responsible for her unaliving have not been held accountable. This is what their lawyer said. The lack of justice serves as a painful reminder of the vulnerabilities faced by individuals, especially young Black women. The attorney said, The lawsuit accuses 6 people who were vacationing with Shanquella Robinson for her demise. For the first time in public record, all 6 people, all of the Cabo Six, are being named by the law firm. And about damn time. The lawsuit also accuses both the U.S. Department of State and FBI of investigative failures and delaying justice, according to the attorney. Exactly. You realize the more times that they sit on their hands going, well, there's nothing we can do. I guess we're just going to have to wait. We're just going to have to sit here and wait. Do you know what happens? Do you know what happens, babies? Nothing. But it also gives people an opportunity to cover up their tracks, to change their stories, get their stories straight, etc., etc., etc. Moving on, the lawsuit seeks compensatory and punitive damages to address the quote-unquote profound emotional and financial toll, according to the lawyer. It's not going to bring back Shanquella Robinson, but I know the FBI should have done something after 2 years ago. This is what her mama said. I know a lot of stuff that was in the phone of Shanquella Robinson that I gave to the FBI, and the FBI looked over it like it was nothing. Like it's like you just pushed my daughter up under a rug when you should have arrested these people. I'm fed up with this stuff. I need justice for my child, which I totally agree. The family also calls for the arrest and the extradition of Dejanay Jackson, one of the 6 vacationing with Shanquella Robinson. Now, remember, like I said before, this is the same chica that put her paws, that was on video, putting her paws on Shanquella Robinson. She's still out here free, breathing in this freedom air. Out here in these streets, in these American streets. She has not been extradited, and she needs to be, because let's be real, she's wanted in Mexico. You got to remember, she can't go back to Mexico. If she steps 1 foot on Mexican soil, she gets caught because she's wanted for the unaliving of Shanquella Robinson. Ain't that crazy? I thought it was different nowadays. Like, I get it if you Russell Simmons, you out in Bali doing sun salutations and all that, because the extradition, extradition does not, those rules do not apply in Bali. I get it. But it's Mexico. It's Mexico. And they still haven't locked this woman up. Make that make sense. She has charges in Mexico that she needs to be accounted for. And she has not been arrested. Pretty wild stuff. Now, for MAGA, just so you know, I've been talking about this. So I have a whole playlist on Shanquella, all on this channel. So please go check it out. I know a lot of people didn't know anything about it, but it was big 2 years ago. Everybody and their mom was talking about it at that time. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. But again, these Cabo Six, including Dejanay, that includes Dejanay, all should be held accountable for leaving the scene of a crime, for, a slew of different things. But they have not seen the inside of a prison or a jail cell at all. Not one. That's odd. Let's see if there's more here. As WCNC Charlotte, the article we're reading here, previously reported, Shanquella Robinson unexpectedly lost her life on a vacation. Her death certificate says she died 15 minutes after suffering a severe spinal cord injury and a broken neck. Yo, you see what I'm saying? And then you see a video where she is being viciously attacked. I'm not going to show you guys the video, but I'm just trying to pull this thing up so you guys can see something here real quick. Let me just pull this up. Oh, this is going to be crappy quality, I have a feeling. But you can see right here, if you guys can see that, this is a still from the video. She is sans clothing. She has no clothing on. And she's getting thrown about. It is wild. And that is what really happened. Then they found out about the severe spinal cord injury and the broken neck. Come on, guys. That goes without saying, right? So a video posted to the internet after the demise shows Shanquella Robinson being viciously attacked by someone on vacation with her. Her name is Dejanay Jackson. That's her name. Just so you know. She's the one putting her paws on Shanquella. For what reason we don't know. And it could very well be they were drinking and then she said something offensive and it made Dejanay feel some type of way, or maybe Shanquella Robinson instigated the fight. We don't know. That's the problem. All we have is a video that is very shocking to see, showing the last moments of this woman's life. And it's not because she was taking too many shots of tequila. So here's the other thing. On the first anniversary of Shanquella Robinson's demise, the FBI field office in Charlotte told WCNC, Charlotte, quote unquote, the available evidence does not support a federal prosecution. As in any case, we are prepared to review and examine new information related to the investigation should it be available. So the video of her being pummeled and attacked in such a vicious way ain't enough. Okay. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. At the time, the U.S. Department of Justice sent a similar message and had no further comments on the case. Like I said, I know I keep on saying it like 3 times in a row, but that doesn't make any earthly sense to me. No disrespect, but I think it's absolute dog water that you would sit here and say, oh, we don't have enough evidence for us to continue into an investigation. What? If you do the timeline and you see the video and you know for a fact her injuries and in the autopsy, it says something completely different from what the Cabo Six is saying right now, then you can clearly see something bad happened here. Something sinister happened here. Then also, let's not forget the fact that they packed up their stuff and they skedaddled. They didn't stick around to make sure she was properly put into the back of a ambulance and taken to a nearby hospital and stay in the waiting room, making sure everything was okay. Stick around, wait for the family to possibly get down to Cabo to gather her remains, showing some sort of condolences, anything of that sort. No, they didn't do that. They packed up their stuff and they ran. And then when they got back home, some of them were showing up to Salamandra's home, Shanquella Mama's home, lying to her face. Lying to her face. Saying, yeah, it was alcohol poisoning. We don't know how that happened. Alcohol poisoning. The hell? The video itself is smoking gun. It's smoking gun evidence. And the FBI, who are allegedly really good at what they do, say that is not enough evidence for them to look into this any further. Why is that? Something ain't right here, guys. Something just ain't right. That kind of stuff makes you, it hurts. Because imagine if it was your own kid. That's your own daughter going out there. She's successful, living a life like it's golden, doing her thing. She does something nice, brings her friends out on her own dime. and then suddenly she doesn't come back home alive? And I don't give a damn if it was something like she went out there and she was too busy, you know, gloating about how how she's been through. Like, I did this, that's me, that's on me. I did that, and blah blah blah. This liquor, this in-house chef, this food that's being catered, all that stuff, that's all on me because I've been working. I'm a boss. I don't give a damn. That doesn't mean you erase a woman or a person off this planet because they like to talk about their successes. In fact, that should put more drive in your ass, being like, okay, I want that. I want to be just like that. F it. That's inspiring. Cool. She proud of making her money. I want that same energy. Let's sit down. Let's have a coffee. Let me pick your brain so I can see if I can get that, so I can maybe absorb that same energy from you, because I want that same success. Not take her off this planet because of whatever. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of theories and a lot of speculations because we don't have any other answers. So hopefully this will get people to start talking again. Hopefully. And hopefully we get the justice that she rightfully deserves.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.